wretches, and through my own mismanagement reduced to base necessity? Oh, Angelica, I'll cast a real penitent beneath thy feet, and if once more thy pardon I obtain, love in my heart shall the sole monarch reign.
I sent you an inclination to poetry.
I wrote my first poem when I was merely 7 years old. George and I met in those heady early days of mingling in the London theatre circles.
I know a publisher, Abel Boyers. Their witty back-and-forth banter is most engaging. The voices of the compliment. Clearly that's a woman of sense.
I shall pen the exchange as between Astria and Celadon.
Celadon? By God, how do you know? I sometimes publish under that very name, Celadon.
Though they are merely practiced for the epistolary fiction form, intense romantic suggestions and slight interest.
Intense romantic suggestions?
Should always be hard to suggest in a definitive manner, due to motivation behind capturing public approval.
Farquhar.
Well, I never.
I famously refer to Farquhar in the first episode of the second book of Horace, Imitated, where I comment on line 288. What parts low dialogue hath Farquhar writ? It has been argued this is not an attack by me on Farquhar, but rather an illustration of how seldom even the best succeed. Your plays show a strikingly liberal point of view. Frankly, in the face of strong sexual mores that discourage women playwrights, you manage to challenge contemporary norms, and you are yet as a comic. Although your plays enjoy a certain modicum of success, I find your writings offensive for religious and political reasons, and find you a threat to greater dramatists because you pander to popular taste. I see. You had her writing the Catholic poets or Protestant Barnaby sorrowful lamentation. She does have a mannish appearance about her, among other faults.
The female intellect must exert a powerful influence. I would hope to encourage female writers to continue to push the limits of traditional feminine roles by publicly treating the cause of equality between the sexes.
I resolved to banish him my heart. I turn to thee, favorite, speak of him no more.
No, madam, you're not me. Was he about like his uncle? Now, there's a man for my money.
Because he has given your lord's share of his money, I suppose. Old men must thrive high. Nay, neither to me, I hate mankind.
Well said, sister. Too. And yet, the fellows will follow me. But who's this man that has put you out on conceit with this whole sex?
The same. No other had every power to shock my quiet. Nor shall he. For this moment I'll raise him from my thoughts. If she holds a resolution, I am happy.
That task may prove far more difficult than you can imagine, sister. Come, this is a flight of sudden passion that will fall upon the sight of the lair.
You mistake, sister. My resentment is grounded upon reason.
I know he has given you cause enough, but love is blind. Had a man used me so, I should have suspected his reality sooner.
Why? Do you think he loves me not?
It looks with such a face.
Why then did he take such pains to be reconciled?
Gallantry, mere gallantry, and she that often mistakes it for real amour. Angelica, you are but a novice yet and don't quite understand romance. A woman should always speak before she thinks and think before she writes, or she'll ne'er be upon the square with men.
A woman should always speak before she thinks, and think before she writes.
What's the harm in a little fresh air?
Is your constitution so hot, mistress, that it wants some cooling?
That in closed rooms would make me die of the vapors.
No, mistress. 'Tis your high-fed, lusty, rambling, rampant ladies that are troubled with the vapors. 'Tis caused such swimming in the brain. In our loose country, the women are as dangerous as the men. Why, there's no depending on women in my country, for there's wanton at 80 as a girl of 18.
Oh, but for Spanish ladies' veils and duennas, for the safeguard of their honor, to snap the constraints but the innate principles, to secure the reputation and honor of our sex. Let me tell you, confinement sharpens invention as our want of sight strengthens our senses, and is often more pernicious than our innocent liberty allows.
Say you so, mistress? Who the devil taught you the art of reasoning? To think any woman innocent who requires liberty?
To enjoy more freedom than men are wearing. I fear, if I consult my reason, confinement and plenty is better than liberty and starving. I know men make the frolic and a little pleasing for a little time by saying and doing a world of things. But if our substance is once exhausted and 1,000 requisites of life wanting, love really dwells upon us.
Take courage a little. Must our conduct be suspected? For every trifle deny us recreations which our sex enjoy, and the custom of the country and modesty allow. Men make our confinement more intolerable by their mistrusts and jealousies. How to avoid this hated marriage?
I shall neither write nor speak to any of them for the future, I assure you.
And do you positively think you could resist Blair if he were to come in this minute?
I do, positively.
What? In his most moving air? For you know he is master of a false, insinuating tongue. Should he, I say, throw himself at your feet in a tone of tragedy, cry, forgive me, Angelica, or kill me if you please, and not suppose the blow nor strive to save my life by one whole word. I love you, and only you. Will not your soul tell you so? Will you not answer me? Then rising from his knees, well then, says he, nothing but my death, wipe out my faults, give it to me then, cruel fair, for to live is pain. If I have lost you, I have lost all that's worth my care. Then offers to draw his sword, at which you melt into pity. Is not this true, Angelica?
I confess, I have too often been deceived, but now he shall find him upon my guard, and were he the only one remaining of his sex, I would not, if I know my heart, marry him.
I'm pleased to hear your resolution, and doubly pleased to find you mistress of your passion.
'Tis a point of wisdom to cashier such. Follies blind our sense and make judgment err.
Believe me, sister, I had rather see you married to age, avarice, or fool than to Blair, for can there be a greater misfortune than to marry a gangster?
I know, 'tis a high road to poverty.
And all your fortunes being bred in money will be thrown out with expedition, as all mine is in property, but are you sure your heart is
Why? Do you doubt it?
I have reason, sister, that when you have satisfied me, you shall know.
Then be satisfied. I will never see him more. Now, the secret?
Well, then, no, I love him.
How? You?
Yes, where's the wonder?
You that advised against the gangster?
That was for your good, sister. My estate's entailed enough to supply his rights, and why should I not bestow it upon the man that I like?
What? Resolve on matrimony? And does your lord forget already? Was it all but affectation?
And where's the crime? I loved my husband as much as any wife living, or rather more, and did what decency required when he died. But being free, I'm free to choose.
And who so fit as love well for your choice, whose honorable love has long pursued you?
You are not to direct my inclination.
Nor are you mine.
Favorite?
If Valère comes, I will see him. That could you have done, sister.
See him, madam.
Yes, impertinence.
See him if thou wilt, but to little purpose. I doubt not his return when once he finds encouragement. 'Tis his art has kept him silent. Not that I care for him neither, but it is the greatest mortification to see a handsome fellow make love to another before one's face.
Madame the Marquis of Hazard to wait on your honor.
That's
Hang him! He's trapped! Although my chef!